No use your hand say you won't buy any football odds from Anonymous. No do am. If not, Anonymous fit buy you. And if you talk say Anonymous never buy you before, never scam you, before say you don't give am money, him give you the odds, well, maybe in they do selective scamming, because I don't understand how some people will come up and just say Anonymous give me odds, wey be say me I send am $1,000 in Bitcoin but him buy me, and other people confirm.
When we started this page, the idea was to help people, not just about physical and money help, not just about giving an appreciation, but to give you information so that you will not fall into certain traps and certain kinds of scams that you see online. I want to let you guys know that the page or the group or the person called Anonymous is a scammer. I'm not talking about this Anonymous, the original Anonymous. No, this is not the Anonymous I'm talking about. I am talking about a different Anonymous that goes by the name Anonymous Collective. Here is his page on the screen. However, when I was scammed by Anonymous Collective, he wasn't Anonymous Collective, he was Anonymous. He is no longer operating that page anymore, because as at then, his page was about 90,000 followers. But this new page with Anonymous Collective has more than 100,000 followers.
Anyways, let's stop here for now. What's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. I sabi say for this very content where they make, a lot of una go ask, waiting concern Anonymous with the late Naya music. Ifunanya, by the way, may her soul rest in peace. It is very, very unfortunate waiting happened to this uprising star. However, this video now for we Nigerians, now for people where they follow Anonymous group, now for the family of the late Ifunanya. I beg, if you get data to watch this content to the end, watch them, because you go learn something. Those of una wey go ask me say wetin concern Anonymous with Ifunanya, you see, that now one of the things where we, the users of social media, get as a problem. The problem of most social media users be say they no one watch long videos. Any video more than 3 minutes, wow, it's too much to watch. I understand say some people no get data to watch, but I feel categorically tell you say so many people get data to watch long videos, but they no one watch long videos. Why? Because everybody now they concentrate on short videos. They just won't watch some one short thing, either laugh and pass, or just get straight to the point, if not success or motivational, and pass. But you know say before you get to that point, or that 1 minute or few seconds point where you get, there were so many things that were discussed around it. And those of us where we say, even if we manage watch videos or we see anything online, whether not write-up, whether not just few lines or few seconds of videos, the next thing where we know fit do not to read comment section. Whenever you see a viral video or a viral post, or post where we say you dey interested for the post, you feel say you need drop your own opinion or even learn from that post, my brothers and sisters, even if the comment be 1,000 comments, at least read some comments, because you go know the truth or part truth for wetin happen for that story or for that thing where you watch. About this late Ifunanya, I don't see a lot of una comment on social media and wetin una talk. A lot of people they blame the hospital, a lot of people just they look for who to blame. And this video, I beg you, the brother of Ifunanya, if you go watch this video, I know say you are pained. I know say as in the loss of losing a sister or any family member is great. I understand. For the comment section where most of una they ignore, I don't come find out the truth or part of the truth for wetin happen with the mysterious snake bite wey happen to this girl. Person been talk for comment section say snake no dey bite person where they sleep. Well, a snake can only bite you when that snake feels threatened or provoked. So in the case of this Ifunanya, yes, she was sleeping And I know say a lot of una go attribute them to spirituality. No be everything for our country be witches or wizards or spiritual. So why this snake bite this girl now? Because say first of all, as a girl they sleep, you know say as we dey sleep we dey turn body, maybe the snake follow come lie down on the same bed where this girl been lie down. So maybe as the girl don turn body as she dey sleep, so the snake felt threatened, and that na why the snake bite am. So snake fit bite you when you dey sleep if you dey turn your body, and the snake wey lie down with you or wey come your house, him feel say maybe you wan kpai am, him don forget say na snake wey him be, him don forget say that house wey him dey, him no suppose dey bush. But you know say they no get sense like human beings. So that na how the snake go bite you, and that na how the snake bin take bite Late Ifunanya. So wetin concern Anonymous with the death of this girl? Now also for this comment section where I see say Anonymous for November 2025, just few months ago, been predict or been prophesy about this very girl. So the question we say, why am I connecting Anonymous with them? To those of you wey feel say the thing where people they post say Anonymous been predict say na edited. No, it's true, because me myself, before I make any content, I need to do in-depth research to understand the root source of wetin they go on for social media. Yes, it is true, Anonymous predicted about this girl and that something is likely to happen, and here is the post. Hello, Miss Ifunanya, you are getting this exposition today because we saw your comment earlier and there is an emergency. As a follower of this platform, we watch over you and make sure to expose any danger ahead. There are 3 snakes in your toilet and it made its way into your toilet through your drainage pipes. There happened to be a time one of the occupants of that house had drainage issues. It was fixed and the chambers were not properly closed. You must immediately get experts to use chemical to get off these snakes, a black mamba and 2 cobra. If you don't treat this with urgency, those snakes will be manipulated by your enemies and used to end your life. In case you may want to doubt this, let's give you some very personal information. You changed your bedspread last week. You got a new bedspread from your friend whom you happen to want to support on a new business. Her name is Jennifer. Act quickly and save yourself from this mess. We shall remain anonymous. Who is next? That was on the 25th of November 2025. And after this incident, Anonymous groups tweeted again or posted again on their page. We need a screenshot of our warnings to this lady, please. It's unfortunate that like many other expositions, Facebook took this down too. This is why we always urge you to keep screenshots. We had given similar exposition to another lady that same week. Please, we need the screenshots. We are getting information that she's dead. We have no idea how true this is. Don't ever ignore the Anonymous. So the question we say, these same Anonymous groups, where they give prophecies, where they predict on things where go happen, how it be say these same Anonymous groups, now them still they scam people. See, you fit talk say Anonymous never scam you before. Anonymous just they like, most of or some of these pastors wey we say then go prophesy and it go come to pass, then go do miracles, and most of us go see am crow. But now some of these pastors they tidy, they shine their female members for church. Now some of them, when they hear they have what way they do. These same pastors where they do miracles, where they prophesy. So how is that possible? So now the same thing with these Anonymous groups. I know say most of them feel say, these guys, they are good people. Well, I know they here to bring down or to talk bad anybody. Me, I want to talk based on my experience. The video when I watched for the beginning, how I call Anonymous scammer, that was in 2022. And I will leave the link to that video on the comment section so that you will go read the comments where other people comment and testify and support the very thing where I talk. For these Anonymous groups, the ones who do this exposition, tell me, those of them now where they follow them, tell me say they no get person where they call Zika for their group. Tell them they no get person where they call Sylvester for, the same group, if they follow them religiously. Tell me they no get person where they call Dimitri for their group. Guys, I know say we Nigerians say once we don't meet somebody, we don't in one way dey like say na him be the Messiah. E no matter wetin the person go do other people, as long as e no touch una no go ever believe. As una been here from the beginning of the video, this page was about creating awareness and creating that awareness to the best of my knowledge and making sure say wetin I talk here be the truth, because that first video wey I make about Anonymous in 2022, I put facts, I put evidence for the video, all the screenshots, our conversation with Anonymous. E dey the video. If you dey interested, look the comment section. I know say most of them dey like look comment section. You go see the link, I go post and then go back watch that video. Now, wetin connect Anonymous with this girl? Since Anonymous been don predict say this thing will happen to this girl, the question is, was this prediction or this prophecy from God? Then na wetin you go ask yourself. Because I don't understand how with one hand God go bless you to have that gift of prophecy, and with the other hand you go use them, they scam people, they do bad to other people. How is that possible? I sabi say the gift of God doesn't come without repentance. But why be say mostly now Nigerians, this Anonymous, they see prophecy for? They predict all these things for. Why? And on the other hand, as they do prophecy, now so you go to give football odds. You talk say people buy your odds. Now there Anonymous been take scam me for football. I know been there ashamed to talk this because that video wasn't about me, it was about other people. Anonymous been scam me of $1,000 through Bitcoin. I give them, they ban me, they disappear. In fact, they block me from everywhere. And then they were Anonymous Collective. Now an Anonymous group, they don't call themselves. So this Anonymous, why be saying now only we black people or Nigerians, then they see prophecy? To those who now if you say this Anonymous group, now then be the real Anonymous. No, there is the real Anonymous, and make I read them to now. Anonymous Hacker Group. This is from Wikipedia. Anonymous is an international collective organized as a decentralized group of activists and activist individuals, best known for orchestrating cyber attacks against governments, government institutions, agencies, corporations, and the Church of Scientology. So that you understand, say this Anonymous, the real Anonymous, they don't get anything to do with football odds. They don't get anything to do with predicting what will happen to your life. They are mostly concerned and concentrating on the government to expose our government. That is their war. I mean, the real Anonymous group. And this is their symbol. As in the real Anonymous, they know they're interested for football or to give you odds or tell you make you buy game. They know they're interested in that. They know they predict what will happen for your life. They know okay, all their aim and their goal now to expose the government as of when they were active. So, brothers and sisters, about this Ifunanya, the late uprising music star, may her soul rest in peace. The brother being right. Ify called me yesterday morning at about 8:30 a.m. She says, Amy, don't panic, but I have just been bitten by a snake. I'm on my way to the hospital. I asked her, how come? Because I was in shock. She says she was sleeping and felt pain. When she opened her eyes, she saw the snake. I realized that wasn't the time to ask too many questions, so I cut the call and called her back with my smaller phone immediately, using the bigger one to call people I knew in Abuja because she was going to the hospital alone, hands tied, just by herself. Divine Health Hospital, Trademore Road, Lugbe, Abuja. That was the first hospital she went to, and when she got there, they immediately said they didn't have the antivenom ABD, could not help her. So she booked a ride immediately to get to the hospital that might have it. Note that while all this was happening, I was still on a call with her, never hung up. And she was speaking fine with me. Her hand was tied and she was in a ride headed to Federal Medical Center, Abuja. We got to the next hospital some minutes to 10 a.m., at which point she was still speaking with me. He said, the brother said she got to the hospital some minutes to 10 a.m. Okay, note that time. When she got to the second hospital, she went into the emergency department and those guys started bombarding her with questions. I was still on call with her and it was irritating me. I kept saying, what are they doing now? I asked, do they have the antivenom? And she said they would give her a drip. The doctor removed the stuff she used to tie her hands to avoid the circulation of the venom and kept telling her to calm down. She immediately told me, Amy, they have removed the thing I used to tie my hand. Me, I felt, well, since she's at the hospital now, the doctors should know better than me. I encouraged her to calm down. So he put a picture there on the screen. You guys saw this. She was still speaking fluently with me and even sent me this video. When the drip was in, she started feeling dizzy and her tongue wasn't speaking well again. So that was when I let her relax and ended the call. At that point, also my uncle I had contacted in Abuja was at the hospital with her. So I felt a bit of relief thinking she was getting all the treatment she needed. Now, when they lost her, I started seeing people say she was beaten at night or the day before, but only came yesterday, which was a lie. Doctors saying she wasn't talking properly and came in late. She came in by herself with both legs without any help. I was speaking with her through it all. She was very audible. Why did they remove the stuff she tied to prevent the spread of the venom? Told her to calm down and proceed to put a drip. Did they even have the anti-venom at the second hospital? The hospital failed her and doubled down to lie also about everything. I hate the country so much. So unfortunate. Once again, may the soul of Ifunanya rest in peace. Well, a lot of us who read that story, we were so sentimental. In fact, in my heart, I joined in like saying, wow, the hospital no been try you. Nah, them F this girl up. But like I say, the comment section will always give you clues. So I decided to go to the comment section, and brothers and sisters, I read comment. Read, they see people's opinion. I still wasn't moved to write anything until I came to this comment. Thank God. God bless you, brother. Do I believe this comment? Yes, because there is no reason for this commenter to lie. His name is Mbebu Champion. He commented, there is no need for me to do this, but I will still write this so as to correct a few details about this event which have been gotten wrong or misconstrued, and also to educate whoever might take their time and read through this comment on the correct steps to take in the event of a snake bite, even though we all pray against that. Firstly, I work at FMC Abuja. This is the hospital. Ifunanya's brother said they took, Ifunanya went to the second hospital. I work at FMC Abuja as a hospital pharmacist, and on that day when she was admitted, the first thing that was done was after the questioning, which by the way is standard practice, was to order IV fluids and antivenom straight from the emergency pharmacy fridge. It means they had antivenom. Hallelujah. The first hospital she went might not have had antivenom, but I can say with all certainty that FMC Abuja has antivenom in both the emergency pharmacy and the outpatient pharmacy. And on that day, so much antivenom was used on her that by the end, it exhausted our supply of antivenom in the emergency pharmacy. To be restocked, the fact that was skipped over in the original post makes people think that she didn't receive proper care. And even though I understand that it's coming from a place of heart, that is misleading. Secondly, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that removing the tourniquet she tied on the beaten limb was malpractice. Contrary to popular belief, wrapping up from the bite site like you'd wrap a sprained ankle and then completely immobilizing the affected limb and keeping it at heart level with a sling tied to your neck if it's an arm, or by lying flat on your back if it's a leg, is what slows it down. Let me read it again. How you can tie or treat yourself when you're bitten by a venomous snake before going to the hospital. Some people just tie the affected part, tie it so hard that the blood will not circulate. But this pharmacist says, no, that is wrong, and he will explain why. But let me read what he says you should do. With a sling tied to your neck if it's an arm. So if the snake bit you in your arm, you tie a sling to your neck. Or by lying flat on your back if it beats you on your leg. This is what slows the venom down. You can research on this if you think I am lying. Remember, I said that I was going to educate you on the proper way to manage a snake bite before getting to the hospital. You see, before we thought that snake venom spread through the circulatory system, but now we know that it spreads primarily through the lymphatic system. The issue with using a cloth or a rope to tie off or tourniquet the limb is that it increases venom concentration near the site of the bite. And even though you might think that's a good thing, eventually that tourniquet will have to be untied at the hospital, and what will happen then is that the venom that would have spread slowly had it been wrapped up with an elastic bandage as opposed to being tied up completely will suddenly surge into the systemic circulation and outpace the antivenom activity. I understand what he says. It's like, you have a pipe that there is water running, and somehow you tie up, you close off the pipe when the water is still running. Yes, the water will stop running, but they will stop somewhere. Immediately you untie that pipe, the water will poof. You understand? I think that's what he's saying here. And what will happen then is that the venom that would have spread slowly had it been wrapped up with an elastic bandage as opposed to being tied up completely will suddenly surge into the systemic circulation and outpace the antivenom activity, and you will get the full neurotoxic effect of the venom all at once. Tying off the affected limb also increases the risk of amputation. That was exactly what happened to her. Remember, I mentioned that by the end of the day, we'd exhausted all the antivenom in the emergency pharmacy. That's because multiple doses were administered, but at that point, the venom had already bound to her NMJ and coagulation factors, and the damage was already too severe. I'm not trying to defend the doctors at FMC. There is nothing to defend against, or to blame the victim who clearly didn't know better and did everything she thought was correct. All I'm trying to do is to make sure that you have the full fact. And somebody replied to his comment. Was it at night she was beaten? Please, because I read she went to hospital by 8:30 a.m. Now at 8:30 a.m. was when she went to the first hospital, because the brother said she went into the hospital some minutes to 10 a.m. And here is the reply. She came into the surgical accident and emergency unit at FMC by around 10 a.m. See, it coincides with what the brother said. I don't know when she was beaten. I have a picture of her first doctor's report. So guys, always read comment section. As much as it is painful to lose somebody this way, yes, we understand that the truth is bitter. And again, to the family of the late Ifunanya, my condolence to you guys. May her soul rest in peace. But also, this now waiting I always talk about. How many people for this same our country where snake don't bite and where they bite a lot on a daily basis, but we never hear about them, or we no go hear about them now because say this girl na rising star. If you no get mouth for this life, sabi say when something happen to you, people no go hear am. Only if you be celebrity, you be star, or you get position, now then people go hear when something happen to you. Because I believe say snake, they bite so many people for our country and in Africa in general. So snake bite, my people, especially if na venomous snake like cobra, like mamba, hey, my people, now only God will save you. So regarding Anonymous, those of una where they believe Anonymous, make una keep believing. But again, this page is about exposing things, at least the ones where me I know. Wait till I talk about Anonymous, not be even the one where do other people, now the one where do me. So I don't understand how we say person go they give good and genuine prophecies. On the other hand, you go use backhand just the bad people. Me, my advice is say if you follow Anonymous for in prophecies, you feel they follow him for that. But my people, no use your hand. Say you won't buy any football odds from Anonymous. No do am. If not, Anonymous will buy you. And if you talk say Anonymous never buy you before, never scam you, before say you don't give him money, he give you the odds. Well, maybe in they do selective scamming, because I don't understand how some people will come up and say, Anonymous, give me odds. Where we say, me, I said I'm $1,000 in Bitcoin, but didn't buy me. And other people confirm for my post in 2020 are the same thing. If this Anonymous group no involve Zika, if you no involve Dimitri, if you no involve Sylvester, then I apologize. No be the same Anonymous we talk about. But if not the same people will be this Anonymous group, my people, then go scam you. If you make mistake, send them money, say you want football odds. It's your boy, the Crackhead. Once again, may the soul of late Ifunanya rest in peace. And my condolence to the families and to the friends of this late singer. Bye for now.